Welcome back to the Chartered Accountants Global Update. I'm your host, and this is Episode 7. Today, we're taking you on a journey that showcases the incredible breadth and impact of Chartered Accountants Worldwide's initiatives, from inspiring the next generation of sustainable business leaders to pioneering AI transformation in our profession. What you're about to hear demonstrates something remarkable: how Chartered Accountants Worldwide is simultaneously honoring our profession's foundational values while fearlessly embracing the future. Let's dive in. Picture this. More than 100 MBA students from the Fordham Gabelli School of Business stepping into the historic Chartered Accountants Hall in London. And this isn't just any visit. This is the fourth consecutive year that Chartered Accountants Worldwide has opened its doors to these future business leaders. And what happens next is truly inspiring. The focus turned to sustainability, with engaging talks from Sarah Rie, ICAEW's Climate Change Manager, and Richard Spencer, ICAEW's Director of Sustainability, exploring the profession's pivotal role in addressing climate challenges and embedding environmental, social, and governance principles into business strategy. But here's where it gets really interesting. In the inspiring surroundings of the Great Hall, students took part in a hands-on workshop, applying the UN's Sustainable Development Goals to real-world scenarios. Working in groups, they selected a business or university and developed strategies to integrate the goals into operations, governance, and impact. This isn't just education, it's transformation. The event closed with remarks from ICAEW CEO Alan Vallance, who reflected on the importance of ethical leadership, professional responsibility, and the unique contribution chartered accountants can make in building a sustainable future. Why does this matter to you? Because it demonstrates how Chartered Accountants Worldwide is actively shaping the conversation about sustainability in business education. These MBA students will carry these insights into boardrooms around the world. You can read the full story and see photos from this inspiring event on the Chartered Accountants Worldwide website. It's a perfect example of how our profession is leading on global challenges. Now, let's fast forward to Sydney, August 13th. Chartered Accountants Worldwide hosted their third Global Future Leaders think tank, bringing together 27 emerging leaders from chartered accountancy institutes across England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand for something unprecedented. Here's what makes this extraordinary. 92% of chartered accountants want AI training, but only 30% have received any. That's not just a skills gap. That's a leadership opportunity waiting to be seized. Chartered Accountants Worldwide Global Chair and Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand CEO Ainsley Van Onselen set the scene by asking, how do we empower chartered accountants to lead with confidence in the age of AI? Her answer was powerful. AI is changing how we work, think, and lead. As automation accelerates, our judgment, values, and perspective become even more essential. But here's the game changer. These weren't just theoretical discussions. Participants pitched their AI use cases, addressing purpose, value creation, feasibility, key ethical and regulatory risks, and the human capabilities required. The results? Confidence in understanding AI's role in accounting rose from 8% to 25%, feeling very confident, with 83% now feeling confident or very confident after just one intensive session. The practical takeaways were incredible. For personal productivity, they identified game-changing applications like automated commentary for complex financial analysis and AI-powered month-end reconciliation. For organizations, they mapped out AI-powered workflows and cash flow forecasting that could transform how we work. Here's what I find most compelling. 96% rated the think tank as 4 or 5 out of 5 for value. When emerging leaders in our profession are that enthusiastic about AI training, you know something significant is happening. The full article breaks down the specific AI use cases, risk management strategies, and leadership insights that came out of this think tank. It's essential reading if you want to understand where our profession is heading with AI. But Chartered Accountants Worldwide's commitment to showcasing emerging talent doesn't stop there. You've probably heard of our celebrated Difference Makers podcast, but did you know about their Young Difference Makers series? Here's the premise. Chartered accountants can be difference makers at any age. These are young chartered accountants who are working to find solutions to some of the most pressing issues affecting the business and finance sector and the world more broadly. What makes this podcast series special? It's not just career advice or professional development. These are stories of young chartered accountants who are actively solving real-world problems. We're talking about innovation, social impact, and the kind of entrepreneurial thinking that's reshaping what it means to be a chartered accountant in 2025. The series is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and other podcast networks, so you can listen during your commute, at the gym, or whenever you need some inspiration about the impact our profession can have. Here's why you should make time for these episodes. In a world where AI and automation are changing the technical aspects of our work, these young professionals are showing us what uniquely human skills look like in practice: problem solving, ethical leadership, and creating positive change in their communities. Step back for a moment and look at what we've just covered. Sustainability leadership happening in one of London's most historic venues. AI transformation being led by emerging professionals who refuse to wait for change to happen to them. Young innovators who are redefining what chartered accountants can achieve. This is the breadth of Chartered Accountants Worldwide's impact. From the ceremonial halls of London to cutting-edge think tanks in Sydney to podcast studios around the world, Chartered Accountants Worldwide is creating platforms for our profession to lead on the issues that matter most. Here's what I want you to do after this episode. First, visit the Chartered Accountants Worldwide website and read about the Fordham Sustainability event. If you're involved in educational mentoring, consider how you might create similar opportunities in your community. Second, dive deep into that AI think tank article. The practical use cases and implementation strategies they developed could genuinely transform how you work with AI. Don't just read it. Try implementing one of their recommendations this week. Third, subscribe to the Young Difference Makers podcast series. Seriously, make this part of your regular listening rotation. These stories will challenge your assumptions about what's possible in our profession. Here's what strikes me most about these 3 initiatives. They all demonstrate Chartered Accountants Worldwide's understanding that our profession's future isn't just about adapting to change, it's about leading it. Whether that's sustainability, AI, or social impact, Chartered Accountants Worldwide is creating the spaces where chartered accountants can be the ones driving the conversation forward, not just responding to it. The next time someone asks you what makes chartered accountants special in an age of rapid technological change, point them to these stories. We're not just number crunchers or compliance checkers. We're ethical leaders, innovative thinkers, and problem solvers who are actively shaping the future of business and society. That's episode 7 of the Chartered Accountants Global Update. From sustainability workshops in historic halls to AI think tanks shaping tomorrow's profession, Chartered Accountants Worldwide continues to demonstrate why our global community is stronger together. Next episode, we'll be exploring the carbon footprint guide on our Sustainability Hub. Until then, keep making a difference, because as today's stories show, that's exactly what chartered accountants do best.